let me tell you about my favorite kind of makeup and where to get it. My favorite type of makeup is indie makeup, which is from indie brands. Indie brands stands for independently owned brands, which means that they are started by one or two people, and those people still have the rights to the brand. This is different, for example, from like Maybelline or NYX, which are owned by L'Oreal, which has two sides to it, because that means that L'Oreal can actually mix and match formulas and learn from what labs of each brand are doing to get the best thing possible, which also means they have a lot of money coming into the brand, the company, that they can invest in new makeup and new formulas, which also means that a lot of the money is going to one or two people, which are the CEOs. Now with indie makeup, it's kind of different. It's more like shopping locally. You put your money towards someone that is super passionate about makeup and its development, because on their own or with a small team, or sometimes after some time with a larger team, they are working on creating some great and beautiful makeup that they put their heart and soul in. Now they have to, because they're not as well known. If you go to your local drugstore, you will always find Maybelline, but you'll not find these brands. So they have to work extra hard to get your attention, which they do by really putting heart and soul into packaging, shade names, beautiful and shifty shimmers and mattes, which means sometimes, most of the time, they are actually front runners when it comes to new formulas, new type of makeup, because they have to be. So I love supporting indie brands, and they do some really, really great makeup. They are my favorite type of makeup. But for a long time, you can really easily get a lot of indie makeup in the Netherlands, because lots of makeup actually came from the US. So you could order it with like a super high shipping rate and a lot of import duties, taxes, or you could not order them at all. So there is a solution for that, and it's called Monolith. And I want to tell you all about Monolith because I'm just super, super, super excited about it. I don't make anything off of this. I don't have a code. I'm not affiliated, but I think they deserve more customers. I think indie brands deserve more customers, and I think you deserve the best makeup there is. So let me tell you about it. Monolith is a website in the EU that sells makeup from indie brands in the EU. So they import the makeup and you can buy it at a slightly higher price. And if you spend under €100, you will have to pay some shipping, but it's still a lot less than what you would have to pay if you would buy from those indie brands separately and have to pay shipping for everything and pay import costs for everything. You don't have to pay any import costs for Monolith because it's in the EU. So I'm going to show you all the palettes I have that I ordered over there, which are a lot of palettes because it's like since I've been using indie, I've been hooked on it. So I'm just going to try and inspire you with everything I have from Monolith, and hopefully there's something there that you like, but go and check their website out because there's much, 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 much more. So one of the first brands I have quite a lot of is Cosmic Brushes. My favorite palette from them at the moment is the Winter Wonderland palette, and this is what the inside looks like. And you can immediately see here you have a blue shade shifting to a peach, and you have some beautiful shifty metallics and some great mattes. That is what indie is all about. Also, indie brands, this is the Lovers palette, by the way, from Cosmic Brushes. Some beautiful, more muted, colorful shades and some neutrals. We have the Sinister palette, which looks like this, which more grungy. And the Cosmic Brushes Delicious Delights, which is more of a bright, rainbow-esque pastel palette. Now, indie brands also tend to listen to the customers because they are more close to the customer. So they actually really work with the feedback they get. A good example of that is Bella Beauté Bar. So this is the Basic Witch by Bella Beauté Bar. Super beautiful color story, beautiful shades, fun names because this shade is called Glinda and Black Magic, so they really thought about that. But They also have Smoky Glam. Now this is the remastered one because it used to be a very big palette with a lot of shades, and a lot of customers said they would like a condensed version, which is exactly what they did. And also the pans in here aren't magnetic, which means you can take them out and put them like in a different palette. But they listened to that feedback as well and actually made the pans in this one magnetic, like in every other palette they're doing right now. So that's like, they are actually listening, learning from the feedback, and that's really great as well about indie brands. Did I show you the front of this? Gorgeous. Then we have the Garfield and Glamlight palette. You can actually feel Garfield on here. How fun is this? This is also a good thing about indie brands. They can do fun collaborations, fun things, because they don't have to appeal to such a white public. Really great, more neutral leaning palette. I have some really great palettes from the brand Fantasy Cosmetica, which is basing their palettes on Dungeons and Dragons characters, which I don't play, but you know, it's still very beautiful. Look at the color story and look at the shiftiness in the shades. This is the front of it. This is Rogue. They all have this like stained glass fronts. This is Warlock, which looks like this on the inside. Then we have Fighter, which is more of a neutral-ish color story. It's not fully neutral, but it's more neutral than the other ones because this is Sorcerer and this is so bright and fun. Then we have Game Beauty, which is basing their palettes off of like gaming themes and stuff like this. These are the Elemental Blasts palette. This is Electro, and then I also have Dendro, which is the green palette. Look at the packaging, it's so cute. Then we have Unearthly Night Terror, also super cute, like front packaging. This is what the shades look like. See how that shade in the middle shifts? That is what you get a lot in indie palettes. So beautiful. Want to get a lot more from Unearthly, from any of these brands really. Then we have Blend Bunny Sickly Sweet. This is a bigger palette, so it has 30 shades and it's like all pastels and deepening up shades and some beautiful shimmers. So you can do a lot with this palette. This might be overwhelming if you don't like big palettes, but if you like the artistry of big palettes, then that is a really good one. Artitude Cosmetics, this is a recent pickup. I haven't tried any Artitude Cosmetics before this, but I really wanted to. And look at the beauty of this palette. The color story you can just see is something that was put a lot of effort in. The shades are gorgeous. The packaging is also really stunning if you like that kind of packaging. Sumerian Sunset by Adept. Adept does a lot of shifty shades. I'm going to show you. Look at those purples especially. Look how they change shade and color. This is such a shifty palette and it's so beautiful. They are very creamy though, so watch out. This is the What's a Beauty Dragon Eye palette. Can we appreciate this packaging? It's so beautiful. You can actually feel the scales on this. This is a more neutral / colorful palette. So gorgeous, actually. Super beautiful. They also sell some Sea Beauty, which this is the Shall We Makeup Somber Garden palette. Super beautiful. This is the Haggard Ecstasy of Saints palette, which is more pink, but these two shift to a green almost, so that's really cool. And then again, one of my favorite brands is Gourmand Girls, which we have the El Camino palette. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Look at this packaging. You can no longer get this palette, but I did want to mention it though. Super gorgeous. And then you have the Haunted palette, which is Halloween themed. This is what that one looks like on the inside. Ooh, it's not focusing. There you go. And then we have Silent Night, which is their Christmas palette, and it's a beautiful neutral and blue color story. And last but not least, Nueva Vida, which is a super bright and fun, like neon-ish color story. So I hope I inspired you to get some indie palettes, get some indie makeup, go and check out Monolith, and I'll see you in the next one.